Hello and welcome to this lesson from Simple-ESL, and today we're going to be focusing on present simple using be for he, she and they, and using yes and no statement questions. So by the end of this A1 lesson, students will be able to use he, she and they in positive and negative sentences. We will learn how to contract be to make she's, he's and their, as well as isn't and aren't. We'll also form yes-no questions with be, and we're going to answer questions, yes-no questions, correctly. So if you would like to work on using be in the present simple tense, let's get started with the lesson. Now, why should we learn how to use be? Well, be is one of the most common verbs in English. We use be to describe who someone is, what they do, and where they are from. Conversations in English often start with these types of sentences. She's a student. They are from Canada. Is he your teacher? So I'd like you to think, how would you introduce a friend in English? This is my friend. He, she, they are. Who are they? What are they? Here's a little bit of information on the structure. So if we're forming a positive sentence, something that is true. He, she, they. How do we use this? We would say the verb form am, is or are, and we would then use noun and adjective. Let's have a look at the structure. He is a doctor. She is from Brazil. They are my friends. So when we're using he, she or they, we don't need am. Using he, she and they, we use is or are, then the noun or the adjective to describe the person and who they are. And if you want to make the sentences shorter, to contract them, we can take these examples. Take is for he is. We can get rid of the I, add in an apostrophe to create his. For she, we can take away the I, add in the apostrophe to create she's. And for they are, we would get rid of the A, add in an apostrophe, there. And this shortens the sentence. It shows good fluency in English using contractions. So he is, he's. She is, she's. They are, they're. And what do we want to make a negative sentence? Something that is not. We would say he, she, they is not or are not. Then the noun and adjective. So he is not a teacher. He is not a teacher. She is not my sister. They are not American. So the form of to be, is and are stays the same. We add not. But what if we wanted to contract and make these shorter? We have two options for each. We have he is not. Well, we can get rid of the I, add in an apostrophe, and get he's not. He's not. But we have another option. We could say, get rid of this O. Get rid of that. Put in an apostrophe there and push these together to create he isn't. He isn't a teacher. He's not a teacher. I prefer isn't. It sounds better to the ear. So, she is not. We have she's not. She isn't. They are not. We have they're not, or get rid of the O, add in the apostrophe, bring it together. They aren't. That's how we contract the negative. We have two options to contract the negative. Let's try a little gap fill exercise. I would like us to use the correct form of the verb to be. She, a teacher. 3, 2, 1. She is a teacher. He, not from Spain. He is not from Spain. Now, if we wanted to contract this, how could we do it? We can get rid of the O, add in the apostrophe, bring it together. He isn't from Spain. They, my best friends. Would you use is or are? They are my best friends. She, an engineer. Are or is? 3, 2, 1. She is an engineer. They, not from Canada. They not from Canada. 3, 2, 1. They aren't from Canada. Now, if we wanted to contract this, we can. Get rid of the E. No. We get rid of the O. Get rid of the O. Add in the apostrophe. Bring them together. They aren't from Canada. So make sure you get rid of the right letter. We get rid of the O from not. They aren't from Canada. Let's have a little matching exercise. I'd like us to match the meaning to the sentence. She is a nurse. He isn't from Japan. They are students. She's not my sister. They aren't my classmates. She is a nurse. Well, it's not a family relation, and it's not identity. It's not nationality. It could be occupation or job. I think it's very specific, so I would use job. He isn't from Japan. We're talking about where someone is from. Nationality. They are students. I would say this is an occupation. Are you a student? Are you a worker? An occupation. She's not my sister. Talking about families. So this would be family relation. Now it leaves they aren't my classmates. This could be used to describe someone's identity. So these are examples, these are meanings, they're quite interchangeable, but these are the best uses of those meanings. I would like us to change these sentences. Where possible, I would like us to contract the sentence. So take a look at this one. He's a doctor. He is a doctor. He's a doctor. Next one, I want you to take a look at this. They are not from Mexico. How could we contract it? There's two ways. The first one, they're not from Mexico. Did you get the second? The second one, they aren't from Mexico. Good job. Let's try the next one. She is a musician. I've given away the answer there. She's a musician. He is not my friend. He is not my friend. Can we contract this? It's negative, so there's two ways we can contract it. He's not my friend, and he isn't my friend. Good work. They are not teachers. I'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They're not teachers, and they aren't teachers. Now, if you'd like a little bit more practice in your own time, why not try asking a friend some questions? Ask them some yes-no questions with short answers. So we want to use the verb to be. Here's an example. Is she a teacher? No, she isn't. Are they students? Yes, they are. A good way to do this is by playing a game called 20 questions. They think of a job and you have to guess it. Are they a teacher? No, they aren't. And if you'd like a discussion activity, try talking about a friend. Think about a person you know. Describe them using be. So for example, he is my best friend. He is from Italy. He is very funny. So we can see here how we can then use adjectives to describe. We use nouns like Italy to talk about where they're from and who they are in relation to me, my best friend. So this is a great activity to work on using be in the present tense. So, key takeaways. We have used be with he, she and they in positive and negative sentences. We've made contraction using he's, she's, their, isn't and aren't. And we've asked questions and answered questions using yes, no with be. If you'd like a bit more practice, why not use one of the worksheets on the QR code, 50% off until the 8th of March. You can practice with a friend. Why not try watching some English movies and listen for be? And for more practice, complete the home worksheet, which is found on our Patreon. But until the next lesson, have a wonderful day, and I'll speak to you soon.